what's up, my chatterboxes? This is my review for Marriage Boot Camp Reality Stars Hip Hop Edition, Season 17, Episode 9, Truth Hurts. So, if you guys haven't done so already, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And guys, I really need you to help me out because for some reason, YouTube isn't sharing my videos. It's not, getting my videos where they need to be, which is resulting in low views. So if you guys can help me out, I'm going to post at least twice a week on this channel. So just if you don't see the notification, just pop on this pop on the channel to see if I uploaded the video, and watch the content. I really would appreciate it. Thank you. So with that being said, we're gonna get right back into it. Like I said, I was away on vacation, so I haven't been doing a marriage. I don't think I did the last two marriage boot camp recap, so we're gonna just get into this one here. And this one did not disappoint. Today was lie detector day, and if you are a fan of marriage boot camp, you know that on this day all hell break loose. But they did leave us with a cliffhanger. We'll know the results next episode. So we see Hazel and Devine. They talking about lie detector day. Hazel said it's like resurrection day. Devine, he seemed like he's not too bothered by it. He was like bring it on. We also see Willie and Shauna, they talking about it. And Willie is kind of nervous about it because he said if Shauna can't move past his indiscretions and if she can't forgive him and accept all that, then he don't want to live the next 12 years like the 12 years that they just been through. It's best to just walk away from the situation. And it's like do or die for them. If they really can't get past the infidelity, Shauna, it may not be Shonda that pulled the plug. It may be Willie. And I don't know. They just had a new baby. Willie seemed like this is do or die. He making it seem like this is do or die for them. So it's curious to see as to how things play out, later on in the episode and next episode for them. Shauna, she said, she don't think that anything that's addressed now, she hasn't already been, trying to deal with on her own. But, it's different when it's brought to the table in this kind of environment. You have, registered clinicians, and they give you a different perspective of how to thinking about things. So, Shauna, maybe, this is the best environment for you to come to grips with how you're feeling and how you're going to proceed with it. Because it's not an easy choice to make. Y'all got a family. Y'all been together 12 years. I mean, I know he has been, cheating, throughout the years, but you stuck by him. It's still not an easy bond to break. So we will see. We see Medina. He's talking to Harry. Harry joking, making jokes, saying that they should have like a little group chat at the boot camp because they still need it. She's talking about what I'm going to do without y'all. And, they were talking because she was saying how, she always keeping it real. And he was like, Medina says sometimes keeping it real can be a cop-out. And, you just got to learn how to love people unconditionally throughout their bullshit. He was like, and, it is what it is. So as they're talking, you see Devine and Phaedra, they're in the kitchen, cooking. And Devine said, that doesn't bother you? So Phaedra was like, what? Did Medina be talking, to the women in here about, y'all? Phaedra was like, no, I'm secure. You know what I mean? And you know what? It's very telling. I don't know what Devine, motive is, but he's very immature. I feel like he was really out of line for asking Phaedra, does that bother him about Medina talking to the other, women in the house? They all was there to work on their relationships. They all, bonded in some kind of way. What's wrong with him having a conversation with her? It wasn't nothing inappropriate, with it. That shows how immature you are and how much confidence you lack, okay? Because I'm not going to be threatened if my, other significant other having a conversation with someone of the opposite sex of him just like if it's just a conversation, what's the issue? Like, I don't know. Listen, God, I don't ever want to be jealous like that, because the minute I become jealous like that, get me straight. That's all I gotta say. Get me straight. And because like Phaedra even said, like, I don't micromanage no man. Like, they gonna do what they gonna do. So Devine was like, I feel you. He was like, well, I feel like I take care of Hazel pretty good. Make sure she okay. And then as he's talking to Phaedra, Hazel is walking by. She getting pissed off. So when he goes out there, she yelling at him, oh, what you talking to a bitch about your bitch? He be gaslighting, making it seem like he doing, stuff that he ain't doing. Like, she just was going off. And Phaedra was like, hold on. We already at the end. Don't let, this be a distraction. And he was not talking about you. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't. And it's very telling to me in this situation, because Hazel is getting mad at Devine because she's saying that Devine is talking to other bitches. So she said, about her. But if y'all, let's go back, episode 2, 3, whatever, I forgot the episode that it was. That's exactly what Tahiri was pissed off about, Vado talking to Hazel, and they was making it seem like they was making it seem like Tahiri was tripping, but now you getting mad at your man for the very thing that you was saying Tahiri was tripping about when Vado did it talking to you about her. So come on, Hazel. You very insecure. You're old. A lot of people always called you ugly. He's a handsome young man, and you got insecurities, and you putting those insecurities in on him. Keep saying you want to know if he in it for the clout and all this old stuff. If you know your man ain't bringing nothing to the table, he don't got shit, you taking care of him. Who not going to sit and stay with somebody that's taking care of them, Hazel? Who's not? He's gonna stay with you until he don't want your ass no more. Until he can't deal with you no more. He'd be a fool to pass whatever you giving him by. Like, come on, like, really? Like, Hazel, come on. Everybody looking at Hazel like she the fuck crazy. And I don't think it sit well with her that she got to provide for him, and, do the things that she does for him. But that's more so your problem. It ain't his problem, because guess what? Ain't nobody telling you to do it. Ain't nobody telling you to do it. So Judge Toller and Dr. Ish, they were sitting watching the BS go down. And I don't know, I keep calling her doctor. Judge Toller was saying, like, with everybody knowing that it's lie detector test, whatever crack that you got in your relationship, it heightens it. So now the stress of not knowing what's going to come out on the lie detector test is having Hazel, just trip. But I think, like Shauna said, because when everybody was trying to figure out what was going on, and Phaedra was saying, well, she think he's talking to, everybody about what's going on between them two. And like Shauna said, I think Hazel just got insecurities. And that's what it is, because Willie was sick of him. She was like, damn, he said Hazel always with her shit. You know what I'm saying? And he also said that he was proud of Devine, because Devine did kind of stand up to Hazel. Like Devine said, he was like, listen, if she don't want to be with me, she don't want me here, I don't have to be here. I can go, be with somebody else that actually want to, be with me. And come on, like Hazel, he didn't do nothing. He didn't say anything wrong. Even when Phaedra tried to reinforce that he wasn't talking about you, you didn't want to believe him. Like, stop it. If you're not comfortable, this is how I say, do what makes you feel comfortable. If you're the type of woman that's comfortable with taking care of your men, then stand on it. If you're not that type of woman, don't do it. It's simple, Hazel. If you're not comfortable with taking care of this man, stop doing it. Have him get a job. Or if he is incapable of taking care of you, you might got to say goodbye to the relationship. Otherwise, shut up. It's not his problem. It's your problem. So, moving on from that nonsense, Judge Toller and Dr. Ish, they called all the couples into the comment area, and they went revealing to them that they're going to do the polygraph test. So they brought in these basically human lie detectors. They're going to be able to administer the test, and they probably able to read the body language too, to tell if the person was being deceptive in their answering of the questions. So Dr. Ish and Judge Toller, they said, well, basically people are asking the same questions over and over, and they want to show them how to word the questions in a different way in order for the lie detector test to be able to pick up, if they're, trying to be deceiving. But some of the questions that's constantly being asked, like Medina, is Phaedra going to ever have sex with him? Willie, is she going to ever be able to forgive me? Shauna, do he really love me? We have Tahiri, she asking, do he really mean sorry? Is he really sorry for what he did? That's the question. Is he really sorry for what he did? Hazel, what she's been asking all along, is he really in it for clout? Now, we learned that by being that Hazel suffered from the miscarriage, she's not going to be held to taking the lie detector test. They said they would just want her, to be able to heal and, get better. Now, I don't know if that's fair, because, I don't know if the lie detector test, the impulses from the machine do something to you, because otherwise, if that's not the case, I don't understand why she shouldn't be able to, why she shouldn't be, do the lie detector test either, because I don't see her receiving the information from him is going to be detrimental to her health. If he say some shit she don't want to hear, that could be traumatizing. So I don't get why. The only way I see them not giving her the lie detector test, if the machine does something to your body. If the machine ain't doing nothing to your body, Hazel ass could have did the damn lie detector test. You want him to say it, because whatever he say is going to really be what affect her, not what she say to him. But it doesn't make sense. And they also brought Vado back they allow him to, to participate in the drills. So he's not allowed to ask Tahiri any questions, but she's allowed to ask him the questions. And I'm like, what freaking sense does that make? She can question him, but he can't question her. And I get it, y'all trying to set a precedent and let him know that what he did was wrong and stuff like that. But I'm sorry, y'all got dragged on social media for this, and I dragged y'all on my goddamn video too. Y'all making it seem like he did this aggressive behavior, and it without something happened triggering it. She did just as she just fucked up shit to him just as well he's did it to her. They both should be reprimanded to the same extent. Like, y'all can't give him a pass. Her a pass because she a female, and be hard on him because he a male. Yes, he should have restrained himself, and so the freak should she. Apple's hurt. Come on now, y'all can't do that. I don't like the message y'all putting out there. Y'all supposed to be here to help people. You would cause more damage mentally to him by what the fuck y'all putting him through. They both was wrong. They both should be held accountable for what they did. Period. Point blank. That's all I got. And once again, when they excuse the couples to go do the lie detector test, because they didn't do them in couple form. So Phaedra, she went up there to do hers. Willie did his. Tahiri did hers. Now, even though she didn't have to answer any questions from Vado, they posed the question to her, they being Dr. Ish and Judge Toller, and the question that they posed to Tahiri was, do she accept physical violence? And her confessional, she was like, no, she don't accept that. She was like, but violence can be, verbally, verbal abuse and all that. That's all all considered violence. And she's right. Verbal abuse will mess you up. She ain't lied about that. It'll mess you up just as much as a punch would, okay? Anyway, as they escorted, so they told Vado to go up to Corrupt and Tony's old room, because, last episode, they was told that it would be best for them to leave because there was no further help that they can get there. They was like, Dr. Ish will say, oh, security, can you follow Vado up to his room, please? Like, he a goddamn criminal. Like, come on. So we see Hazel, and it was Hazel, Shauna, Medina, they were out like on a sun porch or whatever, and Hazel was, clearly upset. Devine was up there getting his lie detector done. Hazel was clearly upset, and she really thinks that he is with her for the clout, and it bothers her. She was like, and I'm not gonna let no, young guy get over on me, this and the other. So Shauna said to Hazel, well, do you really think that that's what he in it for? And she was like, yeah. And Shauna was like, well, I understand, Hazel. She was like, because a lot of these people is out here for the clout. But my thing is, I think it has something to do with Hazel. She has insecurities. Like I said, she been clowned on shows since we met her, since we've been introduced to her. I think she has complexes and thinking she's not attractive. And I think she looked at him like he's young, he's handsome, he can get any girl he want. Why he want me? That, like I said earlier in the video, that has a lot to do with Hazel and nothing really to do with Devine. That's her internal issue that she's going to have to work through and get the help that she needs when it comes to that. Ain't nobody forcing you to open up your pocketbook. Ain't nobody forcing you to drag him on these reality shows. Because guess what? If you didn't have him, you wouldn't be getting this check, Hazel. You can't come in here by yourself. So y'all helping each other. Y'all helping each other. And, Shonda had was, because Hazel was saying, well, y'all got a pretty good question that y'all, with the lie detector test. And she was like, yeah, Shonda said, I'm in a, bad situation. She was like, because if my man can't stop cheating, I have to risk losing my relationship. She was like, it's some heavy, it's some heavy stuff going on. It is. It's really do or die for them. Because my thing is, like I said earlier, they do have, in history, they have kids. It's not that easy to separate. But you will have to make a choice for yourself. Do you want to keep getting dogged? That's what basically is. Do you want to keep getting dogged? And at the end of the day, you're not going to sleep at night knowing your man done effed around town with, Nancy, Susie, and Katrina. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, Willie, you got to get better. Because if you ain't happy, won't you just leave? You know what I mean? Come on. So, group 1 is done with the lie detector test. Vado, they have to send him back to the hotel. He's done. And he was saying he was, grateful for the experience that they let him participate in, the drills. And he was able, to, tell his, make amends, basically. So then you have Willie, Tahiri, and Phaedra. They outside on like the sun deck. And she was saying, what was the question? So the question asked, do you want to have sex with? The question was, do you want to have sex with Medina? And she was like, I be wanting to. She was like, I think she said, my mind be saying yes, but my girl down there be saying no, or vice versa. It could be vice versa. She was like, because when you start having sex with people, that change stuff start getting crazy. She was like, and I got that hot, I got that hot. It start having them go crazy. And Willie looking like he know what the hell he talking about, and Phaedra was like, you know what I'm talking about, and Willie. So Willie in his confessional was like, well, listen, what is it? Like, if Phaedra not waiting for marriage, what's the point? Give that man some. Give him some. Like, come on, Phaedra. Like, you ain't no goddamn Southern. I mean, you not no. I ain't gonna say you not no Southern Belle, but you're not holding on to that chastity belt, okay? You're not. So they switched out now. Group 2 goes up there and do they lie detector test. Shauna have a lot of anxiety because she don't know if she gonna pass it or not. And like I said again, I'm gonna say it, her relationship is on the line. And Willie said his biggest fear is that her test come back and she can't forgive him for his past indiscretions, because he said that she's going to hold that over him for the rest of their life, and he can't live like that. Devine and Hazel, they were hashing it out, and she said that she really hope he isn't in it for the clout. She said because what he don't understand is that if he truly is in it for her and he truly love her, that he don't realize that he actually have her and they're good. And he gonna say, Yeah, he was like, because even when it come back and it proves that, I'm not in it for the clout, you still gonna hold that shit over my head. He was like, that's just how you are. And I'm like, he sound like a little freaking kid. Like, he sound like a little child just venting and pouting. I don't know how she put up with his ass. I really don't. I can't take him serious. Then we have, we see T. Harry. She's talking to Willie. And Willie was like, well, what do you think you and Vital got to work on? She was like, listen, we both got to work on some stuff. She was like, I got some shit I got, work on. He got some stuff he got to work on. And Willie was like, don't we all? You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, everybody is a work in process. We all, work in process. Everybody want to believe that it's always the other person, but we do have ownership in how our relationships turn out. It's just the honest to God truth. You know what I mean? I'm not. So Shonda, Willie, she had walked in as they were talking, and she felt, I guess she was happy that it was over. And Willie looking at her like, yeah, I wonder how that shit went. We see Medina. They was asking Medina. Well, they asked Phaedra. They was like, well, how did it go? Are you nervous about it? She was like, well, why would I be nervous? No, I'm not nervous. Like, she always try to like put her poker face on and keep a kind, cool, collected head. But I mean, to be quite honest, the only thing that they asked her or asked Medina, did he want to have sex with Phaedra and vice versa. So I mean, it really ain't nothing to worry about, because shit, he had stated on the show that he want to have sex with her. You understand what I'm saying? Like, she know he want to have sex with her, so it ain't like a big goddamn secret. I don't even know why you need a lie detector test to prove that. You know what I mean? So Shonda was questioning Medina about, how, if the lie detector test come out a different way, how do you think you're going to handle that? So he was saying that's something that he didn't really think about. He was like, and that's a good question to ask. He was like, he don't know. Because they were asking him, how long are you willing to wait? And he was like, I don't know. He said, but I know, 6 months is a long time. And he said he hasn't processed that yet. I'm like, that would have been the only thing that I had been processing. It's like, well, how long do she think I'm gonna be waiting? Like, if we not moving towards a sexual relationship or even talking towards marriage and all this other stuff, like, what's the end game here? I would have been asking it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if your goal is to have sex before marriage, say that then, so then I can know where I stand, if I want to marry you or if I want to proceed. Or if your goal is to have me wait for a year for sex or whatever like that, let me know. And then it's up to me if I want to wait a year. You understand what I'm saying? But me not knowing, I can't handle the unknown. So Shonda was talking to Willie, and she was asking, well, she felt like she was, a liar. He was like, well, what went on? How did it go? She was like, I don't know. She was like, but what if it come back that I can't, trust you for your infidelities? How, what does that look like for you? And he was like, I don't know. What do that look like? We'll have to, go our separate ways. She was like, well, that's up to you. That's, something you won't have to come into terms with. So Willie feel like Shonda throwing out these mixed signals, and it's like worrying him that she can't forgive him for his past indiscretions. So he want the lie detector test to hurry up and come on, because he, it's the unknown for him that's worrying him. So Dr. Ish and Judge told her they called all the couples into the common area, and they revealed that 3 of the couples results came back as being deceptive. And no one knows who the couples are. Everybody thinking that they were about to, get the results, and they tell them that it'll be revealed tomorrow. So it's like a cliffhanger that they left. So they saying at the end of boot camp, you're going to be given a box. One with the ring. The ring symbolizes you're going to lead together. One without the symbolize that you're going to say goodbye to your relationship. No one knows who's going to say goodbye. No one's know who is the was lying in the situation, but we will see. I mean, that's all we got. Now they tell them that they each get like a hall pass, and Willie was like, "Oh, I never had a hall pass before." He was like, "I might as well roam the halls." But the catch is the women is going to party with the women and the men going to party with the men, and after it's all said and done, the guys going to come back home from the club and they're going to go into Devine room and the girls is going to go into Tahiri's room. Devine don't really want to go. He said he don't see what he could do with men that he can't do with his woman. I'm like, okay. And Hazel, she giving him a hard time. Well, I don't understand why you act like you don't want to go. She was like, you do what you do and always. You always in bitch's face in the house. You always talking to girls and other. Like, it's like she's so jealous of him. And she probably can't believe that she got somebody that's as handsome as him and just really want to be with her. She giving him a hard time. And it is coming off as a viewer. I'm not liking what the hell I see. Like, I'm not. Like, she gotta get rid of she has to let that shit go. She just do. I'm sorry. Okay, so they all on a bus, on separate buses. They all going to their respective clubs. You see the guys, they're going, it's like a strip club. So at first Devine was like, I'm not used to going out if my girl not here. Next thing you know, he was cutting the rug. He was throwing back them drinks. He was having fun. Now he did, keep it cute, whereas though he wasn't all messy being up in the woman's face. We left that to Willie, because Willie all, talking to the girls, and they had some attractive girls there. And you see Medina saying, Willie better chill out. He was like, because if Shauna find out he out here cutting up like this, they ain't gonna make it to a day 10. The girls were on the bus. They were talking about how they gonna cut up. Phaedra said she don't know what Medina test revealed. So, and today she's single. I'm gonna cut up. I'm gonna have fun. Child, Phaedra, shut up. Like, Phaedra gets on my nerves some goddamn time. Then you have, everybody just having like a good old time getting in preparation to go into the club. While they in the club, all the guys trying to hit on Shauna flirting with the guys. Tahiri trying to, block everything for everybody. They were even trying to talk to Hazel E. And she was, as Hazel E said, everybody was coming up to us. Tahiri was blocking and I was blocking. She was like, it was like us against everybody else. They kept on saying how, each one of them had a man and stuff like that. Shauna, I can see how her and Willie relationship go from 0 to 100 and right to left, because she be doing the same kind of shit Willie be doing. They flirtatious people, but that is what got them to marriage boot camp, because they asses don't know how to be faithful in their relationship. She might just be a flirt, but she acted on her flirtations, and she could say it could have been with Willie, but you could have simply just left Willie. So that's how I see it. So Devine in the club blocking bitches. Medina, he's saying that Willie is doing too much with talking to the women, but you look like you was getting a little bit comfortable too. Devine was like, he's like, not today. He was like, he was letting them bitches have it. And one of the girls got mad at him, and he was like, bye. You know what I mean? So Willie, he was a little annoyed by it, because he was like, he out here having, trying to have a good time. No, Willie, that's the problem. That's the reason why your ass is there anyway. So they all get the text saying that they gotta go. So they had to go. Devine drunk a little bit too much, because when they were on the bus, he was still throwing back Henny. You know what I mean? They were chilling, Next thing you know, Devine ass starting to throw up like nasty. I mean, no throw up is good, but like that thick, disgusting looking throw up. I'm like, oh my goodness. Good thing I wasn't eating as I was watching the show, because I would have threw everything I had in my mouth out. You know what I'm saying? So, they were a little annoyed by that too. I ain't gonna lie. I would have been a little annoyed too. So they end up going back to the house. The medics had to come into the room, because like I said, all the guys had to go up into the same room. The medics end up coming, and as they showing that, and we see the girls, they on the bus. They had a good time. They were having a little conversation. I forgot everything they were saying. I'm not even gonna try to say it word from word or whatever. Tahiri was missing Vital a little bit. But, she said, she knew that they still got work to do. It's to be expected. They all contemplating the next day far as, the results of the lie detector test. Everybody was worrying about what the other partner was doing. Did they have fun and things like that. Next thing you know, the girls come into the house. Like I said, Devine up there getting worked on by the medic. Hazel was like, well, I'm going upstairs. I'm going to sleep in my own bed. When she was like, what the fuck is this? Devine is all messed up. The medic told her how he had too much to drink. Devine in his confession, because I guess he don't like the way he looked on camera saying that I normally can drink. I can drink a whole bottle of Henny, this and other. I don't have, this never happened to, to me before. He was like, the only thing I had was shrimp. So, if that's all, you don't have any food on your stomach, this is going to be a result of it. Hazel laying his ass out. She upset. He had blood on his goddamn pants. So she was like, well, what's this? Who you had some bitches laying on you, sitting on your lap? What's going on? And she, in her confessional, she was saying, I hope he wasn't having bitches sitting on his lap and they were on a period. She was like, oh, he got me fucked up. Hazel, come on. Like, you worrying about the blood he got on his goddamn or leg. You ain't worried about he fucked up in dire need at the moment. Got medics working on him, and you only worrying about if a bitch was sitting on his goddamn leg. Come on, make it make sense. Listen, this episode was a goddamn mess. If you guys like the content, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. If I forgot anything, y'all can put it in the comments below. Holla at your girl. Bye.